Good evening, Madam Chairwoman Marlowe and Madam Vice Chairwoman Binquist, and City Managers of the San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments City Manager Steering Committee. My name is Christy Giannoni, and I'm a Human Resources Analyst for the City of Glendora, a member agency of the SGV-COG. And tonight I'm here to present a task force concept for something that I think will greatly benefit all members of the SGV-COG in assisting us with filling our vacancies with qualified public servants. So for this task force, the concept name is going to be the Municipal Assistance in Placement of Public Servants, or M.A.P.S. And this is something that's really going to assist us in filling our vacant positions. As a human resources professional and talking to my colleagues, we are all experiencing very similar challenges in filling our positions in a variety of different careers, including engineering, finance, human resources, and this task force is going to help us to join our resources not only in personnel, staffing, but in funding as well to really partner with our community, partner with our schools, and get more individuals excited to become a public servant and prepared early on in their career to want to join public servitude. As we have learned from some of our early theorists who talked about government, it's very important that we understand how to best serve our community, and that begins with our most important resource, which is the individuals who are helping to do those tasks. We have learned this from theorists such as Katz and Kahns and our open systems theory, that there's no one best way to do things. And so in starting to look at how we're changing post-pandemic with some of these great resources, as I am coming to you from a video meeting, we can kind of adjust and see how we can do better, how we can compete with our private sector competitors to really draw in and excite people to join the public service. And so that's something that early theorists like Alison Graham talked about, what are those big differences? And there are stark differences of what government can do. That was explained to us in the dichotomy of Woodrow Wilson, but there are certain things that we can adjust in modern days to make the government sector not only more appealing, but just educating people of why it's such a fulfilling career. Henry Fayol was another theorist that really talked about how we need to address change. And so as we're seeing a decline in individuals who are joining the public sector, we need to figure out why that is. Is it a lack of education and understanding what a public sector career means? Is it something like pay, benefits? Is pension not something that's exciting individuals? As we look at different generations and what excites them or what motivates them as a workforce, that's where we can really adjust. And in looking at that human side of enterprise, again, our biggest assets are employees, we can go back and refer to individuals like Douglas McGregor, Chris Argyris, and talking about how we can look at what motivates those individuals and have that symbiotic relationship between the agencies that we work for and our employees' goals. So a little bit more about this task force concept and what its mission, purpose, and how we can really measure these outcomes should you accept to start this task force program with the San Gabriel Valley COG to ensure that it's being an effective program for our use of resources. So our goal would be to increase the pool of qualified, educated, and enthusiastic public servants. Our purpose would be to consolidate those funds and resources of San Gabriel Valley COG member cities. And measurable outcomes would be to see a decreased member city workforce vacancies, an increase in number of applicants, and an increase in longevity. So again, as a human resources professional, we are working tirelessly to have these recruitments be successful, fill our vacancies as quick as possible. And in talking with other colleagues, other members of the San Gabriel Valley COG, we are all experiencing a very similar challenge. And so I think by us combining our resources, seeing how we can do cross mentorships with our cities, how we can increase our presence at job fairs in our communities, at schools, as a united front and getting individuals interested in the public sector. So at this time, I would love to answer any questions that you may have. If you need any details on the logistics of how we are working to see how we can get this task force implemented and then gauge the interest of our cities, I would be happy to answer that at this time. And again, thank you so much for listening to the presentation. I'm very passionate about this project, and I believe this task force would be beneficial to all of our member agencies as well as the communities that we serve. Again, thank you very much, and I appreciate your time.